It is official. The merger of Disney and 21st Century Fox's entertainment assets has been approved by the government and shareholders. But while the big battle seems to have been won, there are a couple of skirmishes about to break out. Everybody in the media world talking about who will get the United Kingdom Sky TV. But the fight that could actually matter even more is over Hulu and its hits like The Handmaid's Tale and Castle Rock. Here's where Hulu stands. Disney and Fox both have a 30% stake in the streaming service. This will give Disney a majority stake of 60%. Once the merger is complete, that leaves Comcast with a minority stake of 30% and AT&T with 10%. In case you didn't even know, Hulu is sort of a Frankenstein of a bunch of businesses that got together years ago and said, let's put this together. And now they're going to fight over the pieces. Let's game who grabs this hot potato and holds on to it. Porter Bibb is managing partner and Mediatech Capital Partners. Okay. Cord cutting is out in full view now, so to me, Hulu looks like the next big...
25 million cord cutters in the last 2 years.
Okay, so what should this battle start to look like, and how can our viewers game
Well,
it?
it's going to be a toss-up because Disney has already announced that they're doing a Disney streaming competitor, what they call a Netflix killer. And with the Fox Entertainment assets, they've got so much content that it's going to be a home run. And one of the interesting sidelines is that Reed Hastings of Netflix announced yesterday that he's going to jack up the prices again on Netflix. And every time Netflix has done that, they've suffered a severe drop in the share price.
Recently, though, they've had pricing power. I'm pretty sure.
Modest, yeah. What
right
they've
now
done
it's
is
down
tiered
2%.
it. They've said you can have premium,
so
no ads.
What does Disney do with Hulu?
Well, they will own 60%, as you pointed out. They don't really need Hulu, but Hulu has 20+ million subscribers right now, and it's growing every month.
Hyper valuable.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're at the epitaph of a Shakespearean drama between Brian Roberts and Bob Iger. They fought over the Fox Entertainment assets. They're going to battle right down to the death on Sky. And when Hulu comes up for grabs, which it will, because Disney doesn't really need it. My suspicion is that Bob Iger's going to hold Brian Roberts up to a very steep price to buy Hulu.
Comcast doesn't want to walk away bloodied and empty-handed,
no,
obviously. Brian Roberts wants Sky. He wants to at least walk away with some type of prize.
They're going to have to get Hulu, but it's going to be at a cost.
You mean Sky?
I mean, Comcast will get Hulu.
Oh, okay.
But Bob Iger wants Sky because Disney doesn't have an international footprint, and they don't have anything outside of the U.S. in streaming. They have ESPN, and they're going to have the Disney Channel streaming, which is going to be huge, and as I said, a serious competitor to Netflix. But Sky gives them 23 million subscribers across Europe.
Heck, I mean, Walmart wants to get into the streaming business. I have to ask you about CBS because the news broke around noon.
Really sad.
That there may be another sexual harassment investigation, this time around Les Moonves of course, CBS.
The CBS board is doing a full
particularly sensitive time, does it not, for this company that's in a kind of a pitched battle with National Amusements, Sherry Redstone, and Viacom?
I suspect if Les is gone, which is likely. Sherry wins.
Wait. Can I just push back on that? CBS has to launch an investigation.
Oh, they already announced that that's underway.
So I don't know if Les is gone. I just want to make sure because Les Moonves has been incredible to me and just about everybody
I have to say he's a friend of mine, and I'm really disappointed and really saddened by this whole event. But
he was at the helm when Charlie Rose was removed.
He fired Charlie Rose in 2 seconds. And Les has always been, in my estimation, a champion of women's rights. But
the stock is down, but we'll be watching all of that and more. Just quickly back to Fox, Comcast, Disney. All of them have seen pretty significant moves here. You're
seeing the landscape of legacy media in a tectonic change. And old media, old television. One of the suggestions that some of the analysts have made is maybe Comcast should buy Charter. Actually, they should buy Charter.
Well, there was news on Charter today.
It's not the cable side that Comcast is interested in. It's the broadband.
New York regulators are pushing back on Charter buying Time Warner Cable.
Yep.
Can you put that genie back in the bottle?
They probably can, but it's going to be. It depends on where the Justice Department and the FCC end up, because they're under a lot of pressure from the White House right now to let these deals happen.
Okay.
It was a disappointment to Trump that Sinclair got banned by the FCC.
He
so
said
we
it was
don't
a
know.
Charter down just 0.25% right now. Porter, great to see you.
Great to be here.
Never a dull moment in media land.
Never.